Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the Vrooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 9 in the global version in Android, and we're doing the Run of the Bulls number something part 3. Yes, we're driving exclusively with Lambos, and today we're starting with this beauty, the Lamborghini Rebenton Roadster. Remember, we're playing in this multiplayer series in which we can play with every single Lambo available in the entire game in gold state. And today, like I said, we're starting with this beauty. Now, before I jump into the race, I just want you to keep an eye on this front of the car, because that's something we're gonna be talking about. Does it look very Aventador-ish like? Maybe? Let's jump into the race. Alright, and we get into the Himalayas. Now, this is not an incredibly fast car, but I think it should do okay over here. Now, obviously, match against some Class S cars that I see over there, it might be a bit challenging, but in the end, that's how multiplayer goes. But back to the Rebenton itself. The back looks a little bit like a Murcielago, doesn't it? Now, okay, why am I bringing all of this thing up? Because some people have been saying that the newest Lambo, the Lamborghini Revuelto, is like, oh my god, it just looks like a Cyan and this and that. It's like, yeah, well, that's what Lamborghini does. This car, the Rebenton, was right in the middle between the Murcielago and the Aventador. It was actually more towards the Aventador Champs, but still. So this was one of the few off cars by Lamborghini where they mess around a little bit with the design, they like to experiment, and as I was saying, the front looks very much like what an Aventador ended up looking like. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. So this is something that Lamborghini does. They experiment with their few offs, and then some of that design language gets what would you say, becomes part of the mainline car, which in this case was the Aventador. Now, it's the same thing for the Revuelto. The Revuelto does use some stuff that looks very Cyan-like, and yeah, in the end, that is because they were experimenting with design in those few offs, and they liked it, and they brought those designs into the actual production car, the main platform, which is the Revuelto. So there is that. All right, a second place, not too bad overall. Cyan beat me, but I did beat a Countach, an SCV12, Aventador SVJ, Centenario. All right, I liked it. That was good. And now I brought the Rebenton in blue, because that's actually the default color in this game. I don't know, to me the Rebenton has always been a gray car, because that was the original color of the coupe. I don't know exactly if there was a main color for the Roadster. In my opinion, it's probably also gray, but hey, for some reason GameLove decided to make it blue over here, so this is the main color. But the first race I wanted to present it in gray, because again, that is what I think of when I think of Rebenton. So yeah, it's this car is a very, very funny looking one, because it absolutely, I mean, hold on, which version is this? Okay, the coupe version, it's the one where it's more noticeable, because over here in the Roadster, obviously it has a little bit of shape difference in order for it to be a Roadster and all that stuff. But when you see the coupe, you go like, yeah, this looks like a Murcielago, but yeah, this also looks like an Aventador. It's kind of funny. And to be fair, back then, when this car came out, Lamborghini wasn't making as many few offs as they do nowadays. Nowadays they add so many. The Centenario, I mean, in the Aventador platform, they did the Centenario, they did the Cyan, they did the SC18, the SC20, the Essenza, the Countach LPI, what else they did? Oh, recently the Autentica and the Invencible, or I suppose I should say it like it's English, Invincible. I don't know how people will pronounce it, but anyway. So yeah, they make much more few offs nowadays, but back in the day of the Rebenton, it was the only one out there. So, well, there was also the Sexto Elemento, I suppose, but that's a different platform. Now, in the previous video, I did say that this video was gonna be less painful than the previous two, because now I'm driving better Lambos overall. Like I said, this is a Class V Lambo, slightly high-ish Class V Lambo. So yeah, the performance is much better. You saw the first race I got a second place, and the second race I got, what, a very low one, but hey, it happens from time to time, even with great cars. So yeah, overall, we expect to see a slightly better performance of the cars in this video and from here onwards in general. There's only one last car that we need to take care of that is in a lower in a lower class, but it's a higher rank than this, which again makes, oh Jesus Christ, it's so laggy, which makes so very little sense, because this game, again, the ranks in this game are absolute nonsense. They make zero sense, but okay, whatever. Yeah, but we'll talk about that on the car when we get to it after this race. But for now, how does my Reventon look in orange? I'm telling you, orange in cars, or rather cars in orange, they look fantastic. Now this is a bit, I was complaining that the orange for, what car did I say? Oh, for the Murcielago Roadster in this game, that one looked a bit too toasty, like a slightly burnt orange. This is the opposite. This is a bit too fresh orange. It's weird, but I do like this one a little bit better than the other one. I'm not gonna take that ramp because I very often mess it up, so I'm just gonna go very vanilla over here and hope to keep this second place. So far it's looking good. Give me some slipstream, please. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I was thinking of the wrong version of this track. Ah, damn it. No, it's fine. Now, here's the problem, though. Very long straight. It's a great opportunity for the really fast Lambos to catch up, meaning something like a Terzo Milenio, or maybe even a Cyan. Is that a Terzo Milenio? It's gotta be a Terzo Milenio. Yes, it is. What did I say? Fast Lambos, but, oh, stolen! I got the second place. I stole it last second. Beautiful. Well done. Well done, Reventon. Yeah, look at that. It was a Terzo Milenio, just like I said. Yeah, on a very big straight with a bunch of airtime, you expect the fast cars to catch up real quick. And they did, but not fast enough. But here we are now. This is the car that I was talking about, the Lamborghini Gallardo. What a beauty of a car. I really like this car. I actually like it more than the Huracan. Don't hate me. At least in the standard version. Like a standard Huracan versus a standard Gallardo, I prefer the Gallardo. Though the Huracan has all of those crazy versions like the STO and all of that, so that looks pretty dope. But anyway, Gallardo, Class C. Look at this rank. It's almost 4,000, but the top speed is 340. This is such a nightmare. Now, there's a difference between this being a Class C car and the Diablo, which is also a Class C car. This one is actually very good. The Diablo suffers so much because of the acceleration, and while this car doesn't accelerate like a king or anything, it's still overall a very good car. So it's still, I would say, all things considered, it's an easier, much easier car to get some decent results than the Diablo. That is for sure. So keep that in mind. And again, the game is laggy. That is just kind of how it is, especially in Slipstream. Is it just me, or do you guys that play maybe in very high-end cell phones or tablets or whatever, do you also get crazy lag spikes, especially in Slipstream, or is it just a me thing? So again, remember, I'm running this in BlueStacks being emulated because I do not have a super high-end device, and besides, I'm so much more comfortable recording and doing all of this in the computer than if I had another device in the middle. So did I steal the third place? No. Okay, fourth place. Fine. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Well, actually, this is kind of surprising because the SVJ isn't an amazing car, but still pretty dope. Nice. Still, class A, S, S, A, S. Yeah, I mean, and I'm using a C-class car, so keep that in mind when you see these results, okay? Please. Now, that toasty orange of the previous race is not the default color for the car. The default is this one that I brought just now, which is yellow. It looks nice, but no, I've done quite a few yellow cars with the Countach and then the Diablo. Now this, it's all right. I just wanted to have a little bit of variance, however you say. But yeah, I like the variety of colors. Yeah. And that is why, as much as I crap on this game for having so many things that I dislike with monetizations, RNG, and all of that, at least they do have the option to add a bunch of colors to cars, which is what I absolutely hate of some cars in Asphalt 8, where you cannot change the color at all. It's one color and one color only. That's so boring. Over here, you might see 8 Gallardos, and chances are all of them are going to be different colors. It's kind of dope. Unless they don't own it, but no, and even if you own the car, I mean, even if you don't own the car and you're just running it as a free try, it does have a bunch of official color options, so that means that you can literally, this is one of those official colors, you can change the color no problem. Now, a car like the SC20, the roofless one, that one by default only has one color, which is the white with the blue trim. Oh, Jesus. And yeah, if you don't own that car in this game, you cannot change the color. But if you own it and you have it at least at 2 stars, then you can change the color. So that's kind of dope. come on, come on. Nice. Is this a better route? I've never known. I'm still going for it. Come on, come on. Let me not be last place. Anything but last place. Okay, not last place. I'm 5th. No, 6th. Okay, it's a very long track, and that makes it kind of top speed oriented, so no surprise right there. No surprise. I mean, have you seen any other low ranked car doing really good over here? I don't think so. And now for your viewing pleasures, I brought it in a color that I thought it was gonna stand out quite a bit, but actually this is mine. This car has an even crazier color, so never mind. Still, mine is matte and it looks pretty dope. And let's see what we can do on this track. Again, the normal starting lag, kind of expected at this point. But yeah, overall, like I said, I'm competing in a classic car against everybody using class A or S. So yeah, obviously it's not gonna do necessarily amazing, but I'm telling you, this car is actually really proper good in class C races. In fact, for a very long time, this car, maybe up to this point, I'm not sure if by now they already... Oh no, now they introduced the McLaren GT. But for a very long time, the Gallardo remained to be the highest ranked Class C. And that's not to say that it's necessarily the best, because like I keep saying, ranks are kind of nonsense in this game, so it's not exactly telling. But it is indeed a very good car, and it stayed at the top for a very long time, so there is that. Now, something like the Arenaro Husaria is actually faster than this car, but the Arenaro Husaria is not as agile as this one. So this is a pretty good mixture of speed and agility. Not fully agility focused where it's very slow, not fully top speed oriented where it's very sluggish or difficult to, or tanky or whatever you want to call it, boaty. I don't know, this is a great middle point. It's a very good all-rounder car, so that's what makes it really good in Class C. But again, 6th place because I'm competing against really considerably higher ranked cars. So Class S, Class A, S, S, A, S, A. So there is that. Oh well, let's move on. And the next Lambo is, oh yeah, the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12. Oh man, I really like this car. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. It's ginormous. It's ridiculous. It's so long that it doesn't quite fit over there. It's beautiful. I love this car. It's kind of sad how bad, not bad, but not great it performs. It has really good acceleration, but the top speed kind of lets it down a little bit. Though good nitro, very good nitro, and pretty good handling. So overall, it's a good car, but let's see how it does in race. If you couldn't tell by the ginormous weighing and all the aero bits, this is a race car. It's a track-only car, in fact. So that's why it has really crazy acceleration, because that's kind of what they do, right? So yeah, the top speed is not necessarily the most amazing, but actually this is one of the strongest V12 engines that Lamborghini has made. I mean, it's tweaked heavily so that I think it generates something like 800 horsepower or something like that, which is crazy for a naturally aspirated. Obviously, if you add turbochargers or superchargers to cars, they can produce much more. But for a not as naturally aspirated, yeah, this is kind of crazy. And I skipped that jump because with all of this lag, I cannot always land in the jump right, and I just end up wrecking, so I'd rather not. Now, like I said, the beauty about this car is the acceleration. So while the top speed kind of lets it down a little bit, the acceleration definitely helps it. Now, again, competing against higher class cars, not even higher rank, because at this point this car has a very high rank, but a higher class car, well, the others are faster and whatnot. But overall, this is a really good car. The problem with it is that nowadays I haven't noticed it so much, but when the car came out, I noticed it as being really dummy thick, where the car is so ridiculously long that when you're doing a jump, it would be often the case that the tail of the car would hit, like it would be very bottom heavy. Oh, am I gonna win? Am I gonna win? Yeah, baby! It's very back heavy, I would say. So the back goes really low, the front goes really high, and the back ends up bumping a lot into other stuff. So, and you would wreck because of that. But anyway, look at that. A S S A S A. No, excuse me, this is B. It's still, hey, not bad, huh? Not bad at all, I tell you. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I don't love cars in black, but I brought the Essenza SCV12 in black because, man, it looks so mean in full black with all the air and all. Oh yeah, it looks kind of dope. Again, Not my favorite. In fact, I don't really use it like this. I would rather see it in other colors. But I thought it was worth showing over here in black because, yeah, it does look like a mean car willing to get its wings dirty with the blood of other cars, because cars definitely have blood. Yeah. All right, well, kind of a disappointing start, but hey, it happens. It happens. Let's see if we can make up a little bit with the acceleration and the jumps. So obviously, higher acceleration means much faster reaching top speed in a jump. But then again, the top speed isn't necessarily amazing for the car. I will see. So far, so good, I'll say. Let's go. Oh, I think, that in front of me is a Reventon. Excuse me, Revuelto. And the Revuelto does have really good acceleration too, so no wonder why I'm not really catching up with it. And actually, the Revuelto also has much better top speed than this, but it does have worse nitro. So you win some, you lose some, it's fine. Cyan, this is class S, class A, and by the way, this is top of class A. Just wanted to mention that. Revuelto, like I said, it has really good acceleration, so it kind of makes sense. Egoista in class S, this is class B, by the way. S, A, A. Okay, cool. You saw it in black, now you see it in the polar opposite. Green, I'm kidding, in white. Yeah, and it's not this one. Oh, look at that green on that Countach. It looks very nice. But yeah, okay, so from the back it still looks black because it does have that thing where the back is black, but the front is white. So, whoa, the lag, Jesus, holy macaronis. See, this is what made recording clips for this thing so difficult, because all of these random lag spikes, oh man, it's so unbelievably annoying. But you know what, since this is just a regular video, not a showcase where I try to make things look amazing, whether I achieve it or not is a different topic, but anyway, yeah, I can live with these lag spikes. But man, seriously, recording the clips with all of this lag was such a ridiculous nightmare. All right, somehow I am now in first place, but I don't think I'll be able to keep it, because here comes another top speed section. And by the way, this car doesn't drift amazing or anything. Like I said, it does have some very strong points with the acceleration, the nitro, but the drift, yeah, that ain't no king. But saying that, would you look at that? In green, first place. In white, first place. In black, sixth place. So yeah, that kind of tells you that black is not good luck. I tell you. But look at that. Countach, Cyan, SC20, Countach, Cyan. Beautiful. Well done, my beauty. Well done. I love you. I forgot to show the car in the stats screen. I'll do it in the next race. But yeah, we moved on to the next car, the Lamborghini Aventador Super Veloce Jota Roadster. Jesus. Yep. Oh man, I like this car. I do like this car. And I've said it a million times also that I don't like the convertible cars. I don't like very much cars without a roof. But this is one of those exceptions, because even though this is a Roadster, it doesn't actually butcher the shape of the car by being just a Roadster. In fact, the engine cover looks the same. Most of the car looks the same, and I appreciate it for it, and that's why I don't hate this version of the SVJ. I appreciate it. I like it. It's fine. I still prefer the coupe, or coupe, however you want to call it. But overall, this is not bad. Now, this is a funny car because it's a very bad 6-star car. Yes, this is, of all the Lambos that I've been driving so far, oh Jesus. This is the first 6-star Lambo that I'm driving, and it's a Class A, and it's terrible. Not terrible, but man, it just feels so unjustified to be 6 stars. Normally 6 stars, you expect... Oh, no! It had to be Roadster, right? I'm gonna blame it on being a Roadster. Maybe it's because I started stock... Ah, Jesus, I started talking smack of it. But... for a 6-star car, the performance, it doesn't quite match up how much you had to invest in order to get something decent. All right, so I got beaten by everybody, but that was a bit of a random physics moment, so okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, here's the stats. So again, for a rank of 4,000, well, almost 4,100, it has okay speed. Normally the average is 360 for Class A, right? Decent-ish acceleration, good-ish, I would say. So overall, it's not bad, but by being 6 stars at this rank, it just doesn't feel justified. You expect something more. Because seriously, it requires so many blueprints to take to 6 stars that it's just ridiculous. So let's change the color and jump into another race. Now over here, it may just do okay, because it is a considerably agile car. So maybe it can do something over here, we'll see. Like I said, obviously this is already so much better than the C-Class cars that I was driving and all of that. It's a good car overall. But yeah, like I was saying, 6 stars for the performance that it has, it just doesn't feel justified. Like, the performance is, yeah, it's a little better than the Aventador Super Veloce, but that's 5 stars. So you would expect these cars also to be 5 stars. Like, the rank, it's similar to, what car has a similar rank to this in Class A? Well, I can think right now. But yeah, overall, for the rank, 6 stars doesn't make much sense. If it was a 5 star, I wouldn't be talking crap about it. I promise you that. But for 6 stars, it just doesn't feel right. And on top of that being 6 stars, it also means that it only has 3 points of fuel. So it's starting to get to the annoying part of fuel in the cars in this game, where 3 races and that is that. That's actually oh Jesus Christ. That's actually no coincidence that I decided to make all of this series of the run of the bulls in Asphalt 9 to be 3 races per car, because I knew that reaching certain cars, I was gonna be limited to only doing 3 races. So yeah, and there we go. W. What did I say? Agile car. It can do relatively alright overall in Osaka. So that's kind of dope. Beating. Oh, look at that! Somebody was driving exactly the same one and got a very similar time. Nice. SC20, SC20, Countach, SC20, Sexto Elemento, interesting, and Veneno. Beautiful, beautiful Veneno. And for the last race of this video for this day, we get into Auckland, which is actually a track that I like very much. I know that not a lot of people love it because it's twisty and but I actually do like it quite a bit. Because to me, this is twisty, but it's not twisty annoying like Osaka or some variations of Buenos Aires. This is twisty fun, I think, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I just like the fact that it's also an actual, well, it's a racetrack. When I say actual, I don't mean like a real life replica of a track, but no, it's a racetrack as opposed to races on streets. Now, does that make any difference in terms of like, hey, cars perform better? No. It's all the same, but I do appreciate having finally a racetrack looking track for races in the racing game that has tracks. Yes. Stop spinning! Jesus Christ, stop! Oh no! What a bunch of bullshit! Oh, come on, man! For flag's sake! Fork! Fluff off! Oh man, what a... I was hoping to get a decent result for the last race. Instead, what we got was the car going full helicopter mode. And that was that. Yeah, beaten by everybody. I mean, is it worth to see? It doesn't matter what rank they were. Even if they were a lower rank, they would still beat me because of that big mess up. Although, I was indeed the lowest rank in the entire race, but... okay, whatever. But there you have it. That was the... What is this, like the 3rd video? I don't know. It's difficult for me to keep track. But there we go, another installment for the run of the bulls with the cars at gold states, gold max, whatever. Oh yeah, now let me know in the comments from these 4 Lambos that we saw today, which was your favorite in terms of look. Again, not performance, just looks. Which one you think was the most beautiful of all of them? Let me know. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, hit the like video and all of that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.